Sorry it is a little bit dark. I'm at work, but I figured I'd go live real quick just to give y'all an update on what is going on with the Challenger and a new job that I got. Start with the Challenger. So I just got the PCM. I just got the PCM today. Let's see how much that was, but yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Yeah. Total $691. But once I turned in the cord, I got $125 back. So here's the update. I was working on the Challenger, trying to figure out what was wrong with it, and the way I found out that it was the PCM is that basically when I would turn the key, a blinking red light would show up underneath the fuel gauge. Right underneath the fuel gauge, it shows like check engine light. If you have a Challenger or an older Charger, you guys know what it is, right? There's a blinking red light shows up, which means that your ignition, your car is not communicating with your PCM, and the PCM is located underneath the hood. So when I noticed this, I did some research, try to figure out what happened, and then people were saying that this was a possibility, and then a lot of people were saying that you might have just blown the fuse, right? So I immediately went and checked the fuse, the number 2 fuse, and it was blown. So I'm like, all right, I'm getting excited because I'm figuring out the problem. Whenever I start figuring out problems with my car, it's a very exciting moment because then you know it's something that you can fix, especially if you know it's something you can fix yourself without having to send it to a shop to get done, right? And I've been at this for a long time, so I never have to go to a shop, but I still get that feeling. Anyways, so you're running through. I'm running through, trying to figure out what other problems it could be. There might, and so some people were telling me it could be a short in your alternator. Now I already knew I blew my alternator out because it wasn't charging the battery. The car was dying. So boom, change alternator. So how I blew the actual PCM is because when the alternator blew, the short, I guess, allowed a bypass from the alternator which the alternator does run directly to the PCM. And when I was trying to jump the car with my truck, which I have a Nissan Titan, I'm trying to jump the car with my truck, I felt the alternator, it was hot as hell. Car's not on, just trying to jump it, right? And I should have been going to the back directly to the battery, but I was jumping it from the front by the post that you could jump it from in under the hood, because the battery is in the rear on these cars. So once I couldn't jump it, I'm like, what's going on? Anyway, skip forward, car sitting as I try to figure out what's wrong with it. So then I figure out it's the PCM. I replaced, as soon as you touch with the car, at that time the battery was low. So once I would hook up my jumper box to the battery, I would take the fuse and barely touch it to that number 2 socket in the fuse box, in the front fuse box, and immediately that fuse would blow. Immediately, no questions, just blow. And I went through, and so I tried different things, right? Tried finding shorts, tried tightening down the grounds, and then fuse, blow. So I was like, all right, we're gonna unplug the PCM. Unplug the PCM, put the fuse in, didn't blow. So I plugged in the PCM. I plugged 2 plugs. It has 3 plugs. My PCM has 3 plugs. I plugged in the 2 plugs in the PCM, still didn't blow. As soon as I touched that last plug to the socket, and the little I forgot to call it, the connectors made connections, it immediately blew. Every time, fuse would blow. So we knew what the problem was. PCM was blown, right? PCM had a short in it. Now I heard about people sending their PCM off to get rebuilt, and I'm not sure how much that costs, and it might have been a better route. But 2 things. I recently got a job. Well, that's the main thing. I got a job at Victor Valley Motors, right? Victor Valley Motors is a certified Dodge dealership. They don't deal with too much pre-owned unless they're, you know, they're certified new. They sell Hellcats brand new. They sell, you know, Scat Packs. They sell fleet of trucks. They have it's a huge lot, humongous lot. This is. So I've been hired on there as a mechanic in training. Just say that, you know, because they start you off at a lower position and then they put you through school. They buy you tools, everything, and then you become a full certified mechanic after you go through the Dodge school thing that they send me to. They're gonna send me to. So I immediately got a discount, right? And with that discount, I was able to get a little price off of the PCM. Saddening, bro. Again, I'm at work. Security for now. So, as boss said, I'm on my night job. But so order the PCM, $600 something out the box. Once I would come pick up the PCM, I traded my old PCM. Now they get your VIN number, they get all that. So I expected them to immediately. I expected them to put the VIN number with the car. That way, get off of my. What are you doing? You have problems. You have problems, sir. You have problems. So immediately oh no, okay. So yes, I'm thinking. And I'm not sure how this works with Dodge cars. Like, again, I'm a Honda guy, LS guy. This is my first Dodge, well, second Dodge I've owned. I've never had to get a PCM program to a car. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the school of K-Pro, you know what I'm saying, S300, and load my own tune on. You know what I'm saying? Chips. Burner chips and burners and all that kind of stuff. That's where I'm from school. So to me, it was just, you know, I hook up my laptop I get K-Pro installed, hook up my laptop, load my tune on, boom, the car runs. Newer cars I'm not as experienced on when it comes to the tuning side of it. So I was hoping that I'd be able to just. I thought they were gonna have it ready, basically. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was gonna be programmed from factory. Unfortunately, it wasn't. So they said, and when I came to pick up it, I wish they'd have told me this ahead of time, but they didn't, because I would just have my car towed there when I came to pick up the PCM, and you know, install it real quick, because it's not hard to install. It's 3 plugs, bolt it down, you're good to go. All right. So I would have done that to begin with very quickly, and probably have my car back today. So they told me I have to have it towed there. I have to have it towed to the Dodge dealership, and they're gonna charge me about $85, I believe, and that's with my employee discount. Have it towed there, and they're going to program the PCM to the car. Excuse me. So tomorrow, that's the deal. Hopefully that works out perfectly, and I should be back on the road. And it's so the way I blew this PCM is because basically what happened is I had the nitrous system, which is it takes a lot of electricity, right? The bottle heater takes a lot of electricity, and the bottle opener takes a lot of electricity, is because it's like a subwoofer. When you press that bottle heater, when you press the bottle opener, things dim, just a little slightly dim. You can see if you're just sitting at idle, you can see the RPMs dip real quick when you press the bottle opener. I feel like it takes a lot of torque just to open that bottle opener. So I feel like it takes a lot of torque just to open that bottle opener. So there's a lot of electricity that goes to that. So that's a very a system that takes a lot of electricity, right? And then I wanted to be an a-hole and have beat, because right now I'm not. It's hot out. It's getting hot, so I'm not gonna be running tonight. I'm not gonna have the bottle filled every day like I normally do. I normally drive around all day, every day with a filled bottle, full nitrous bottle, ready to race everybody on the road. That's just how I am, right? I did all this just so I could smoke Scat Pack owners who think they're faster than all the RTs out there, right? But just have a sleeper. It's fun. It's the funnest thing in the world when you line up next to somebody who automatically looks at your car and thinks they know what they're doing, and immediately gets smoked, and they come pull up next to you and say, "Hey, what you got on what that? Oh man, how did you? That's not a regular RT, is it? You got some. Yeah, no, simple, nitrous, no head ported, no cam, none of that stuff. Nitrous. That's all I needed to get to close to 500 wheel, right? So, with that being said, I had two 12s and an amp hooked up. So I already have one amp hooked up to the speakers, all the speakers. So there you go. We had to the door speakers. So that's one amp. Then I had a separate amp for the kickers. I had two kicker 12s and an amp pushing those kickers in. It was just too much, and blew the alternator up, and then me being an idiot, not knowing that my alternator was blown, just thinking I had a bad battery, tried to jump the car and sent too much electricity to my PCM, blew the PCM. So I've learned my lesson with that, and I hope you guys, whoever watches this video, you guys will kind of get an idea about things not to do. You know, maybe get a separate battery, separate capacitor, get different things to make sure you can run that much electricity without being too parasitic and it just doing too much like I was doing. So you live and you learn, and this has been, this is a process that's taken me out the game for like a couple weeks now. My Challenger has been sitting, waiting a week and a half to get the PCM. Took me took me a day or so to find out the problem. So this has been a little bit of process for me, and I'm a quick worker. When my cars are down, I'm fast to get my car back ready. I'm fast. I always have money saved just for these occasions. I don't like being out without my cars. You know what I'm saying? Like, my cars are everything to me. This car game is everything to me. So I don't play around when it comes to my cars. My cars, nobody can ever say, I might have, I don't have the most expensive cars. I got buckets, whatever you want to say. I build cheap cars. You can say whatever you want to say, but you cannot say that every car I own doesn't run. You can never say that. Every car I own, it runs. They run. They stay running. They're all reliable. Any car that you'll ever see me buy usually has, like, I've been thinking about buying either an Audi, like a B5 Audi, which is a 90s A4 with a 4-cylinder turbo and a stick shift all-wheel drive. This is a car I've been thinking about buying because everybody knows the 1.8 liter that comes with these are really reliable, and they're easy. They're you can find them anywhere, right, for cheap. So any car you see me buy, Hondas, all that, they're made plenty. There's plenty of parts for the Challenger RT. They've been making this 5.7 for years. It's in everything. It's in trucks. It's in the Charger. It's in the Challenger. It's in the Chrysler 300. It's in the Jeep. The 5.7 is in everything. That's why I didn't go with the 6.4. Right. That's exactly why. When I had the Scat Pack sitting in my house, I didn't swap that motor in because I had to think about it. That 6.4 is a specific motor. It's an expensive motor. A used one is $5,000. It's an expensive motor, and it just doesn't appear in every car like that. Yes, there's a lot of places where the 6.4 is at, but there's also, what is it doing, bro? This is the part of the job I hate, dealing with meth heads. Always meth heads just hanging around for nothing, just looking for cigarette butts on the ground. But anyway, back to the point. Any car you see me buy, my Camaro, my IROC, Camaro RS with a V8 in it. Any car you see me buy is going to have. It's gonna be something reliable. It's gonna be something that you can find motors for, plenty of motors for. That's what I live by, because I'm sorry, but I'm not in the game of buying a one-off car. Saying that they only make the motor for that car. So when it's time to find that motor, or it's time to get a new motor, these are things I think about. As a mechanic, I'm not paying anybody to do the work. I'm gonna do the work myself. So I have to think about the parts cost, the ease of which it is to work on. You know what I'm saying? These V8s, Challengers, and Chargers and Camaros and stuff, they're easy to work on, right? They last forever. You don't you don't run into a problem with these cars. Also, the ease of which something is to modify. You know, it's easy to modify a 5.7. It's not hard. Don't worry, I won't let them mess with you. I was saying, hey, don't worry. I wouldn't let them mess with you no way. Yeah, they looking kind of funny.
Okay, looking at me.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry, they ain't gonna do nothing. But this comes with the job, being a security guard at night. You get a lot, like I said, I'm in a smoke shop. You get a lot of these meth heads at night, just walking around, being crazy. But like I said, the bottom line is, you're always gonna see me in a car that is affordable and is readily available. You know what I'm saying? If I put an LS engine in my Camaro, which I'm planning on doing, what do you know about that? LS engines are everywhere. So this is something that's not expensive to do. If I blow it up, hey, I don't like being without my cars for long. That's the statement. You know what I'm saying? That's the mission statement. I don't like my cars being down for long at all. Any of my cars. Even if I don't drive it every day, I don't like not going out whenever I feel like driving my car. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? I don't like my cars being down. You know, if you follow my channel, you follow my builds, you see me build K24 Integra in 2 months. It took me 2 months, and it took me about 2.5 months only reason it took so long is because I was waiting a whole month for the K24 for the K Pro, because they were backlogged on it. That's the only thing that took so long, is waiting for the. All right, that's the only thing that took so long. So, like I said, if you know me, you know how I am. I just built the EK hatch, B series B18 A1 EK hatch, and you saw how long it took. It took me 1 month. From the moment I built it, from the moment I bought the shell to the moment that I, got the motor, everything, got it running, was daily driving it to work. It took me a month to do that. So, hey, once I go to work, I go to work. I don't do that, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, the Challenger should be back up tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow. And more content to come soon, as I have a new job, more money coming in. Like I said, it's hard to do this YouTube thing. It really, especially as a YouTube car channel, it's hard to do it when you have to spend your hard-earned money to create content. And that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that have a lot of subscribers understand that this YouTube stuff is not easy, because especially being a car YouTuber. I'm not a prank YouTuber. I'm not none of that. I'm not trying to be none of that stuff. Being a car guy. Make sure they don't mess with her. All right. Being a car guy, trying to start a car YouTube and trying to build a car empire that I can run myself. It's not cheap. You know what I'm saying? So. Unfortunately, I can't upload as much as I'd like, because I don't want to just do these kind of videos where I'm just talking in front of the camera, talking about my knowledge of cars, because I have a vast knowledge of cars, but I like to show people. I like people to see what I'm doing. If you're going to follow my channel, you're not here to hear me talk. You're here to see what's going on. Oh, snaps. The Challenger was a 14-second. He bought a Challenger for this price, $8,000. Under 10,000, Challenger RT, 14-second car. Oh, now he's in the 13s. Oh, now he got tires. Now he's in the 12s. That's why I want to build a car. And even with having the job at Dodge, if I think about it and really save up and go through the motions and decide to get a Hellcat crate engine, that might be the plan, But honestly, it's like the content creator in me wants to get the Hellcat motor, because Oh, that's content right there, man. I know people will tune in to see what they can do with the easy way to do with the Challenger. But the mechanic in me, the intelligent mechanic in me, says no. Just build the 5.7. Think about it, Ray. If the 5.7 blows, you can go find another 5.7 tomorrow for $1,500 to $2,500. Build it again and do it all over again. You know what I'm saying? We all know how much the block can handle. So yeah, he said shout out to Modern Red Hemi Shake and Bake. He has a red Challenger. If you don't know him, follow his channel. He has a red Challenger that is Pro Charge on the stock block. Stock block, full bolt-ons. I believe he has ported heads, cam, everything, full bolt-ons. But stock bottom end running 10s. I think he's running 10.3. I think he's running low 10s. Let's say low 10s. He's running low 10s on a stock block. Something people didn't think was possible. You know, so it just shows you what you can do with these 5.7s. So I'm gonna stick with the 5.7 most likely and just build it up. But until my next video, thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. Like I said, we had 3,000 subscribers. I hope to see the channel grow, and I'm gonna keep putting money and effort into the channel to grow, and so we can have the slowly going fast community, the SGF gang, whatever you want to call it, man. But stay tuned. We're gonna have more coming up.